Congratulations, Marco. How do you sum up that performance today?
Yeah, I think it was a good team performance, all in all. As a bowling unit, I think we did what we wanted to do or what we planned out or set out to do. And then obviously the batters went out and did their job very nicely. Rassi and Classy went out and we played with good intent. And yeah, obviously they got us over the line quite easy.
You started off quite well with the ball. Do you think this was a surface where if you hit it into the surface essentially, that could give you results?
Yeah, I was hoping for some swing, but then obviously there wasn't too much in the air. There was a little bit of nip at the start, and then once the ball got older, there wasn't really much deviation from the wicket. So for me, it was just backing my options, which is probably hitting at hard length and not erring on the fuller side, rather err on the shorter side. But yeah, for us, it's just all about going out and bowling with good intent, because then if you bowl with good intent, you tend to have more energy on the ball, and then things generally happen when you have good energy on the ball.
And finally, one more. You must be tired of this question, I'm guessing, but does the mindset sort of change when it comes to knockout games? Are you treating that semi-finals differently to what you've treated these group stage game matches?
Nah, this one. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say the mindset changes. It's just the occasion that's probably a bit more hyped up, I guess. Yeah, you try because you train your processes, or it's a fancy term, but for me it's just you have your steps or your guides that you go into every match, and then basically in semi-finals you just try and do that extraordinarily well, if that makes sense, whatever that is for you. For me it's just depending on where we play, on what lengths to hit, and then as the game develops, then try and figuring out what works and what doesn't work, and what to do and what not to do, that type of thing. For me personally, it's just the occasion or the situation of the game probably changes, not really mentally, if that makes sense.
Marco, quite confident performance here in Pakistan. You won 2 out of 2 matches. One got washed out, but you might have to play India in the semi-final, which is already in UAE for a very long time. Do you think it will be challenging for you switching the situation, going to Dubai, which is more friendly to the spinners? It's a bit dry, and India already there. It's been an advantage for them because they have been playing there, and they've been there for almost a week or more than that.
Yeah, we'll see how they do against New Zealand, because obviously that's going to determine who we play in the semi-final, and that also will say or tell us where we're playing. But if we play in Dubai and it's against India, obviously they've had training and that kind of stuff, so they will be more used to the conditions. But we've also played in Dubai, so it's not something new. Yeah, we play spin really, really well, so I don't think it's that much or that too much of an advantage, if you can say it like that. I just think it all comes down to on the day who plays better on the day.
Marco, I think I'm right in saying you guys are flying to Dubai tonight without knowing whether you're actually going to play in Dubai on Tuesday. How do you feel about that situation, given you could be flying straight back again?
Just for clarity, we're flying tomorrow and on midday, just for
Yeah, I don't mind it. Yeah, I haven't played golf in a long time, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, no, we don't. Luckily, it's a short flight. It's an hour and a half flight, so it's sort of like a domestic flight back home. It's not too much of a hassle, or if you can call it like that. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty excited to play some golf.
The next question. Can I just have one?
Yeah, just one on Keshav. Through the middle overs, there's been a bit of talk about how the pitches here have been slightly flat and seamer friendly. Do you think there's a place for spin in the middle overs in Lahore or Dubai, regardless of where you play that semi-final?
Yeah, I haven't played at Lahore yet. But I mean, I'm generalizing now, but generally in Pakistan, it's more suited for, not batting, but I'm saying that what I mean by that is there's not really movement of the pitch as a seam bowler, and also there's not much turn unless you really slow it up. But yeah, I think there's definitely a space or place for spin in the middle in particular, because you tend to dot up the opposition a lot more. Fielders are spread out. You can limit their boundary scoring. Where I think from a seamer's point of view, it's quite easy to use the pace, or if you hit the gap, the outfield's so quick, like we saw tonight. Like England had their offside packed, and as soon as Classy or Rassi broke that inner ring, the ball raced to the boundary. So I think it's on the seamer, it's more easier to hit boundaries from a seam perspective, and yeah, there's definitely place for spin in the middle.
Yeah, congratulations, Marco. What's the latest on Markram and Bauma?
Yeah, I'm not
What's
sure
your
about Markram, but I think he's not just feeling too well. I'm not exactly clued up to how they're feeling at the moment.